Godspeed to the Speedy Tribe. How we doing out there, man? You need to understand that your setback is a setup to catapult you forward to your divine purpose and your destination in life. Many of us get discouraged when something is setting us back. But you got to look at yourself as, a slingshot or a bow and arrow. When you pull a bow and arrow back, what are you doing? You're getting more power and velocity. So when you let that thing go, it flies toward your destination. Because you got to understand, everybody always want to complain about setbacks and stuff like that. But like I said, a setback is a setup for you to be set in life. It's not to just pull you back and keep you back there. It's to pull you back for you to want to gain momentum to go forward. But as you're going back, you gotta look around like, why am I going back? Then you're going to find why you're going back. And then once you find out why you're going back, you cut that thing off, and then boom, you go forward. You got to understand that it's all part of life, man. Everybody want to celebrate and marvel inside of the good things, but not understanding that your greatest moments don't come from your greatest moments. Your greatest moments come from your greatest defeats. When I was in high school, when I didn't get the starting running back spot on the football squad, that was one of my greatest defeats ever. Right? When I lost my brother in my freshman year of college, when he got murdered to the streets, that was one of my greatest defeats ever. When my sister committed suicide, that was one of my greatest defeats ever. And during those dark times, right, because I didn't have nobody really but family and close ones, man. But during those times, that was part of my greatest defeats, man. When I was homeless last year, that was my greatest defeat. When I was sleeping out in my car, man, in a blazing heat summer, man, summer nights, you know what I'm saying? And I had to use my AC in my car, and the thing broke. And the thing went out, and I had to sleep in the car, and it was hot, man. My AC went out on me. I was sweating, man. I had all my stuff in my car, my food going bad, all that type of stuff. That was part of my greatest defeats, man. That was one of my greatest defeats. So you got to understand, during those dark times right there, that was a setback for myself. It was a moment where I had to really reevaluate my surroundings, my whole situation. I had to reevaluate my whole self as a person. I'm like, hold on, who am I? What am I going to do to bounce back from this now? I'm doing all this good in the world, but then when the bad keep happening to me, I'm like, why is it happening? But then that's when it clicked. I said, oh, I need the bad. I need the bad so I could go toward the good. I need the bad to go toward the good. We all complain about bad things happening, but is it really bad? Nah. It's something good setting you up for something greater. You need not to play victim. You need not to question God's timing. You need to not question yourself and your circumstance. You right where you need to be right now. So if you feel like you're going through a setback right now, yep, you are going through a setback, but you want to know what's the beautiful part about that? You are going through a setback so you can set yourself up to catapult you towards your future. I'm trying to tell you something, man. I'm trying to tell you what it is. That's exactly how it go. Because many people hit me up like, yo, damn, man, I just took an L. Yeah, you need to take an L. Just as much as you love winning, you love the glitz and the glamour and stuff, you gotta love the mud. You gotta love the mud. You have to. You must love the mud just as much as you love the soap and cleaning up. And you must learn to love both things equally. Once you do that, life will be very easier. The setback you talking about you hate, you'll start loving it. See, when things like that happen to me now, I know for a fact it is a setback to set me up. It's not a setback to put me back and keep me back. No. It's momentum being pulled. It's power being pulled so I could go forward. So when you going through something like that, when you going through something traumatic, when you go through all these things, no. That's God setting you back to set you up to go forward. But don't look at it as just a setback. Nah. Because all those times, all those L's that I took in the dark, man, you know what I'm saying, being picked on, being bullied when I was a kid, you know what I'm saying, being made fun of because of my living conditions and stuff like that. I was being made fun of when I was a kid because of that type of stuff. That was a setback. That was during my darkest times. You know what I said? You know what? Yeah, I know I'm feeling this pain right now, but you know what I'm going to do with this pain? I'm going to keep that fire in me, and I'm going to catapult myself forward like I need to do. And that's what you need to do. You need to take the pain. You need to take the pain. You need to take the pain in. You need to go, all right, here go the pain right here. This is what I need right now to go forward. Don't play victim. Don't play victim. Don't victimize yourself. Don't do none of these type of things, because that's not how it was intended to be used. It's not supposed to be used like that, man. It's supposed to be used for you to go forward, not back and stay back. It's meant for you to go back, reflect. Once you get that reflection, cut it off, bam, forward. And now you're going towards your aspiration. Now you're going towards your goals with so much confidence and velocity and power and strength and will and determination. All that in one, all from your setback. You're going to your setup now. You're setting yourself up well. And right now, those coming back from a setback right now, people are going ham on their goals right now. People are going super crazy on their goals, and they're killing it, and they're doing their thing. That's because they just came from a setback. Most people watching right now are coming back from a setback right now. They're going forward now. And you doing your thing, and that's what I love to see. You got to keep on going. You cannot give up. And you also cannot only love the wins. My greatest moments didn't come from my greatest moments. My greatest moments came from my greatest defeats. And that's how it should be from you. During those dark times, during those down times, during those times of defeat, during those times of trauma, during those times of just quitting and losing and all these those should be your greatest moments, because that determines your character. That right there determines your character, man. That right there determines your character. And once you determine your character in those moments, that's when you go forward, and that's when everybody starts seeing, yo, this guy is a stand-up guy, man. Oh, this person, yo, oh, how did you do that? That's because I understood that the setback was the setup for success, man. All right? Godspeed, man.